Well, apparently that just happened. What's up, everybody? Face here. And if you didn't watch State of the Game today and you haven't been keeping up with the incoming striker nerf or the 1.8.3 patch incoming, let's go over that real quick. I've actually been a strong advocate on not touching striker. In my opinion, there was nothing wrong with striker. We just needed a counter to it. And even still, the only thing that I wanted was the EMP. And I mean, they didn't give me exactly what I was thinking they would do, but what they did is, I guess it's fine. But let's get into it anyways. Here are the changes, if you will, to this set. Now, I'm not a striker user myself. I'm a support player. I'm a full-time reclaimer, but the Dark Zone is full of strikers. And it's going to be interesting to see what ends up coming out of it. Terry had said something about Predator still being strong. Well, of course, it's going to be Lone Star. Looked like it was going to be something, but we'll see. Anyways, I digress. Here we go, man. Let's go over this real quick. The four piece. Every consecutive hit deals 1% more damage. Stacks up to 100%. Missing shots drops bonus by 2%. Bonus is reduced by 1% every second. It is not possible to gain stacks, and bonus damage, I guess, is not applied while under the effects of EMP. So not much really has changed on the 4-piece other than the EMP, is when you get hit with EMP, it's no longer going to freeze your stacks. It's going to make you lose your stacks slowly, kind of like your missing shots and the seconds ticking. So we continue. Every hit adds 2 stacks of a self-healing bonus. Each stack is worth 0.01% of max health per second. Stacks up to 100 hits. This bonus is increased by 0.05% per stack for every 3,000 stamina. Missing shots drops the bonus by 1 stack, and the bonus is reduced by 2 stacks every second. It is not possible to gain stacks, and the self-healing bonus is not applied while under the effect of an EMP. Bonus is lost when exiting combat. While in the Dark Zone, last stand, or skirmish, each hit only adds 1 stack instead of 2, and the healing rate is reduced. So what that tells me is that they're pretty much they turned the 6-piece into the 4-piece, and the only thing that's changing, well, we'll get into that. Okay, we'll continue. On to the 6-piece. Each hit increases the damage or the bonus damage from striker battle gear by an additional 1%. Missing shots drops the bonus damage from striker battle gear by 1%, and the bonus is reduced by 2% every second. While in the Dark Zone, last stand, or skirmish, the additional 1% bonus damage is not applied. Okay, so back to what I was saying. It looks like all they did was they turned the 6-piece into the 4-piece, and they swapped around your bonus. Your missing shots drops the bonus by 2%, and the bonus is reduced by 1% on the 4-piece. They just swapped those around to where you're only losing 1% for every shot missed, but 2% for every second. Okay. Red Storm has been pretty much the lead of all of this since 1.6, I believe. They're the ones handling all of this, and it's dealing with all the PvP and everything like that. They're the ones that have dealt with the classified gears and the balancing changes and everything like this. So this is coming from Terry. This is coming from Red Storm. They said that while they were fixing the running in place glitch and everything like that, that they would have an opportunity to get in there and kind of see what else they could do with everything. But I don't know about any of this. The set didn't need any kind of nerf. They just needed a hard counter to it. And And if you're a PvE player, no fret. This set is not changing at all for PvE. It is what it is. It will be the way it has been. It will be the way it was when it first introduced. But the changes that are being introduced are all PvP related. Something else that was interesting, Terry said, was that they were looking at balancing gear sets differently for PvP and PvE, and that this was the perfect opportunity for them to see how the community would respond to different balancing for PvP and PvE. Well, I believe that test had already begun and had already taken place with Sentry, has it not? I mean, Sentry has a different balancing in PvE than it does in PvP. But I guess that doesn't matter because nobody really uses that set anymore. Even though, you know, the data that they need is right there for the different balancing and everything for that one gear set, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna go on to the Striker. Yeah, I mean, I would like to say I can't believe they did that, but I mean, we've been dealing with this through the entire life of the game, and like I said, I'm not even a Striker user. You know, it just kind of. Yeah, we'll wait and see next Thursday what the Dark Zone ends up looking like. Yeah, again, it just looks like they turned the 6-piece into the 4-piece and swapped a couple numbers around. They did go on to say that they went ahead and fixed the glitch with the showstopper to where the RPMs, to where you were shooting faster than the RPMs allowed. But they also went ahead and said that even though they fixed it, it's going to sound like it didn't get fixed. So you're going to be in the Dark Zone. You're going to hear it sound just like it did, except it's not shooting that fast, which I don't know how that makes any sense. But we'll see. We'll see how that looks. The EMP thing, interesting. But another thing that they ended up touching on was something that I had no idea that they were even looking at. And why would they even look at any of this? And why would they even do that? But the drop and pop of your support stations. They reduced the healing on the drop and pop. So all these people that are running around without any skill power or anything, and everything's in stamina and firearms, well, you know, the drop and pop is your main heal, and now that's gone. And we're going to see how that works out too. It's just really very interesting to me to know that, you know, Red Storm has pretty much been the lead of all the balancing changes for quite some time now. And they created the last few metas in the Dark Zone. And you're seeing these changes now that they had to have been aware of when they first were developing all of these classified gear sets and everything. And why all of a sudden the drop and pop now is an issue when they saw it apparently being an issue back when they were administering all of these changes. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. Even just that one little change with the drop and pop on these things, because nobody has any skill power. And it's going to be interesting to see how everybody ends up changing their sets around, to see if we see hybrid type come back into play in 1.8.3. Terry went on to say that, you know, while they were testing the drop and pop nerf to the support stations, it seemed to get more tactical. People were putting their boxes in different areas. They weren't just dropping and popping. They were hanging out in their box for a little bit longer to get the benefits of the heal, and popping it way later than they normally would. But in a game where you've pretty much eliminated, you know, all strategy, I don't see how that one change makes it more strategic. But we'll see. Well, I guess we'll see next Thursday exactly how this looks. You know, just to go ahead and I guess wrap everything up. I don't want it to go on too long or anything, but the striker has pretty much been nerfed. Your 6-piece is pretty much your 4-piece now, just with 2 numbers swapped around. Your shotguns have been quote unquote fixed once again. The showstopper glitch has been fixed once again. We'll see how all that works. And then out of nowhere, you know, the healing station drop and pop is getting nerfed as well. So let's see what happens. If you enjoyed the video, you enjoyed my face to foot style, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope to see you in the Dark Zone. Face out.